refurb the inside of it. But
Okay.
yeah, pretty much it's just using software and then just keeping up to date.
What inspired you to get into the world of architecture then?
Well, I always liked buildings and that, but at the age of 16, I took a placement in Italy with an architect, and it was a paid work experience, and I loved it. And then as soon as I came back, I just applied for, well, applying for university, I just applied for all the architecture courses, and then it started from there.
Okay. So you must have been good at maths and physics, or there
I
must have been
do.
strengths. Te-
I am good at maths and physics.
Tell us more about your background, educational background, and what got you into architecture then.
To be honest with you, I was confused, never knew what I wanted to do. I always liked architecture because I traveled a lot.
Mm.
So architecture, I never knew with art you can do other things. But then when I had the experience, I was like, I do want to do architecture, but I never knew the shock that I had. I never knew it was a 7-year course.
Okay.
I thought it was just 3-year course. When I finished, I was like, that's it, I'm an architect. And then my lecturer was like, you can't call yourself an architect until you finish all the 7 years, or you'll get fined by the RIBA. So now
So you can only practice after 7 years. You're not practicing up until.
you can still practice. Anyone. This is the funny thing about it. You can design your building and submit it. You don't even have to have an architectural background. You can do a planning application if you know what you're doing. But with an architect, it's more, you know what you're doing.
Mhm.
But yeah, so you do your part 1, then a work placement, and then you do part 2 masters, which is usually for everyone is 1 year, but for architecture student is 2 years. And then you do your part 3, which I'm going to start in 3 months.
Okay. So you're at the stage now where you've done your masters,
Yeah.
and you're inshallah will have completed that successfully.
Yeah.
And then thereafter you have to do training, and you have to do some.
Yeah, you do a final exam with the RIBA and ARB
Very
board.
good.
It's a 5-day exam, and then it's and then an interview. So you have to pass your exam, then you go through your interview, and then after that you get a 6 or 7-digit number, then you're a qualified architect.
Brilliant. Very good. Very good.
It's a very long process.
It is, but I'm sure they have to be very careful in what they do, because you don't want buildings and bridges and things falling,
Yeah.
do you?
No, you
So
don't.
it's a question of public safety from that point of view. Okay, excellent, good. Coming to yourself, Brother Yasir. Now, we've had a pre-discussion about what you want to talk about today, because whilst careers is our focus, you're somebody who's not really into careers, are you, in a big way? I'll let you elaborate.
Well, yeah, initially, definitely, like everyone else, I started with a job. And later in my career, after 18, 90 years, I decided to, work for myself, become an entrepreneur. So there was an opportunity given by my university, who was helping students to set up their startup business. So it's basically like a dragon's den, and you have to go pitch your business idea, and there are 3-4 funders from the university. And if you are accepted, then they'll give you an initial startup grant. So that's what I did, and that's how I started my own business. And alhamdulillah, it's going very good. So my own experience from working for someone else and working for myself or my company, I think you get more, not just the freedom, but you can implement your ideas. You learn more because you make mistakes, so you learn more. And my main aim coming to the entrepreneurship was to transfer those skills to other people. So recently I've got a student who is now my business partner. So I try to motivate students. So not just giving them a paid job, but giving them a partnership on every item. So I say, okay, this is the item. You go and sell, and I will do everything else: the delivery, the shipping, the manufacturing, the storage. All you need to do.
Tell us a little bit about your business. What exactly is it that you do?
So it's a medical equipment sales and manufacturing business. My office is in Wolverhampton. We manufacture them abroad, and then we bring them here, and then we send them to NHS, GP surgeries, clinics, pharmacies, care homes, nursing homes, you name it. So it's all healthcare related. I've got an online shop as well. for the individual who just need the stuff. But mainly my clients are hospitals and GP clinics.
Hmm. Okay. So, and in your business, what you're doing is selling medical equipment, and through that, you're obviously making your earnings. Why is that a better option for you than, for example, doing a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday?
During setting up my business, I learned a lot. Coming from an engineering background, we were like into designing, basically a service maintenance. I learned a lot about the marketing, the digital media, the social media. So that's another skill I learned. Uh, Initially, my website was created by someone else, but then I just practiced how to change the website, how to update the pages, how to add the sections. So I now myself manage my own website. And now my plan is to transfer this digital marketing and web skills to the people of Wolverhampton initially.
And that's a part of your business as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
we
You want to
just
develop
recently,
some trade. We'll talk about that after the break, because I will give you the opportunity to sell your services, as it were. But before doing that, what I really want to explore with both of you is this whole concept of working for yourself. And as an architect, you are sort of going to be working for yourself. Yes, you may well be an employee for an architect's firm. And you probably want to start off like that, Gulhan. But moving forward, no doubt, more than likely, you'll want to actually be in business for yourself. Is that something that you see as a possibility, or is that something that you are apprehensive about, maybe?
That is the plan. So after getting more experience, I think just calling yourself an architect, it's not the experience. You need the experience to learn and to know what to do. And then, but initially, that's always been my plan, is to have my own architectural firm.
Okay. And do your own designs, and hopefully it would be more elaborate designs. I mean, things like big, massive skyscrapers or bridges. And
Well, every architect's dream is that, but
you don't
in
just-
reality, it's not really like that.
You're dealing with the 2 up, 2 downs, are you?
Yeah. So literally, when you're studying, it's like a really big fantasy, a dream. Like, yep, as soon as I graduate, I'm going to design an amazing building. And then you go into work, and then it's a different story.
So one of our, and I forget her name, so I apologize, listeners, but I remember from reading and watching TV about it, one of our great architects of the Middle East.
Zaha Hadid.
What's her name, sorry?
Zaha Hadid.
There you go. Zaha Hadid.
Yeah.
And she's been responsible for massive buildings and things over there. I mean, was she an inspiration to you?
She was.
Okay. Tell us more about your inspiration and what is it about her that made you want to think about it?
I think it's more about her. I wouldn't say that her designs are amazing, but it's more of the challenges that she went through to be to where she is now. And it was more back in her time. It was about a woman being an architect. It was like, why would a woman design a building? But she fought that, and she just like with everything, she's got her own software. So people said her designs are difficult to design, especially the engineers. So she developed her own software where she designs her own buildings on it. So it was just looking at her story in general, it was amazing.
That's excellent. Good. And I think from our point of view, what we're looking to do is our listeners out there, male and female, they may well be inspired by these things, and they need to do some research. They need to think about how exactly they can get into these types of things, whether it's entrepreneurship and whether it's running your own business, which you started online, isn't in the case of Brother Yasir, or whether it's into the world of academia and architecture, which is what you're working at. So let's put ourselves back to where we were if we were 14 or 13, let's say. And in your case, you're both young people, so it's relatively recent. In my case, I'm a bit old and tired now. But put yourself back to that 14-year-old. What are the things that you would have done differently in order to get where you are now? Or what are the things that you did appropriately, which were the right things you did at that age to get yourself where you are now? So I'll start with Brother Yasir, because you've had a bit of a convoluted history with regards to your career, haven't you?
Yeah. You said I'm young, but I'm not.
You certainly look young.
I grew up in an age of just the television and VCR, so there was no mobile, no computers. So that's how we grown up. So our aim, like all the Asian families' aims, is the parents, they they think, oh, my son or daughter become a doctor or an engineer. That was the only two professions, isn't it? A doctor or an engineer. So that's why I was in engineering university doing my bachelor's in biomedical engineering. Uh, if I wanted to do something, go back in the past and do something, I will probably explore more options, not just doctor and engineering, about the business management, about the trade rules, about stock exchange rules.
No, but what I want you to do is focus on being a 14-year-old. So at that stage, what are the key things that you need to start thinking about, whether you want to set up your own business or whether you want to work for somebody else?
I think I need to stop thinking about I will get a job and get money.
Okay.
I will change that mentality. So you need a job because you need money. So I will change that mentality. And money makes you rich, and money makes you happy. Money will bring things to you, luxury and everything. So I will change that mentality, because with money comes a lot of things. Having your job, your stress, your timing, sometimes your salah times. There's so many things. And very later in my life, I realized money does not make you happy, and money is not the ultimate goal of your studies or your career planning. Money is not there.
Okay. Gulhan, what do you think? You're a 14-year-old. Go back to that stage. What is it that you really want to... what would you have done differently, or do you think I did that correctly? I did that right?
I don't think I would change anything in general. I think all the experience that I've been through shaped who I am today. But the one thing I would change is doubt myself that I'm not able to do it, or I wouldn't. Oh, I can't get in there. Why would they accept me? And as you said, being an Asian, it is a very difficult one, especially with. I remember applying for A levels in school, and the teacher on the go said, "We can't accept you because we think you're not able to make it." So I had a lot of disadvantages, but like I said, I wouldn't change it. But I doubted myself too much. Till this day, even when you join the new, a different company, am I able to pass on my knowledge? But then actually I come across it. You know what? I do doubt myself a lot. There's some people with 8-year experience to 10-year experience, they don't know what they're doing. And you're just like, okay, I need to stop doubting myself. I am able to do it. If not, I'll learn. I think I would approach it more like that. And then probably, like I said, look more into how architecture, the step-by-step it is. Because till today, my mum says, you could have been a doctor with all these years you've been studying.
But of course, I mean, from a purely financial, and as Brother Yasser correctly said, I mean, finances aren't important, or they shouldn't be important. Unfortunately, they are, but they shouldn't be important. But I mean, an architect, a good, architect worth their metal, can earn a lot more than a doctor can.
If you saw I did, yes, you can. But no, in general, it just depends. I think it depends on the company you work, on the experience you got, and how supportive the people you work for are. Because I've had other students who were working on really low, like, how the hell were you working on that? They're like, oh, but this is how much they pay. I'm like, no. With the experience you got, I think it's not about, sometimes it's not all about the money. It's about working in the right place. Yeah, money, you need money to just live. Yeah, money is not everything, but you need it to keep your life going. But in general, I wouldn't look at the money aspect of it. First, when I started, money was never an aspect, oh, this is what I want. I was looking for a good company where I could learn.
And of course, having a passion for what you do, because you may well be a doctor, or you may well be an engineer, or whatever else. But if you haven't got a passion to get up in the morning and want to actually focus on those tasks that you have to do in that day and be excited by them, then you've got a fairly depressed life, I would say. So coming back to our 14-year-olds out there, and it's not just the 14, it could be the 40-year-olds who are thinking, I'm actually doing a Monday to Friday 9-to-5 job, and I'm at the stage now where it's mundane, it's routine, I'm not inspired by anything, I'm not really feel as though I'm making a change to the world in any great way. Now is an opportunity for me to maybe do some retraining, maybe do some further qualifications, maybe think about something different, in order to have a more fulfilling career, in order to have a more enriched career. And it's a shame, but unfortunately, I think a lot of people don't. They spend their time really just day by day living their work, and some people unfortunately have to work to live. Whereas the dream, I suppose, is to, no, it's the other way around, isn't it? Some people live to work, whereas the dream is obviously not to do that. It's just have enough work so that you can live, and then to actually enjoy life. And so careers and business is a key feature in our culture, I think, from the Muslim community. There is a big push from our parents, as we've mentioned earlier, with the whole thing about medicine, etc. We've done lots of radio programs on things like that in the past. There's a big push to make sure you are successful. But I think what we also need to think about is our mental health, and to think about how we are going to be happy as well. And life isn't just about wanting to push yourself. Do hard, work hard, get your qualifications, do your GCSEs. I suppose that's the key message we're saying, wherever you need to get help from people and push yourself ahead. Don't give up and believe in yourself. I think what you said there is excellent about the whole concept of don't deny don't think, oh, I'm not capable, because I often say this to my own children. I'll say to them, if they say to me, oh, I feel as though I can't do that, I'll say, well, look, the people who are doing that, how many eyes do they have? And obviously they have two eyes as well. They have two eyes, one nose, two ears, one mouth. They're exactly the same as you. There's no difference. You have to be able to just say, I can do it, and you'll surprise yourself. You'll be amazed at what some of the achievements you can make. And of course, you have Allah's help as well. You have
Exactly.
you need to have in life you have to be lucky as well sometimes, and that's a part of things as well. But I'm thinking for our community out there who are listening, all our listeners, a key focus should be trying to explore different options and not going to the routine of I've been told I need to be a doctor, so I will just be doing my sciences and become a doctor. And if I fail, then I failed, and I can't really do much else. So I want to come to yourself, Brother Yasir, because from your point of view, you've set up this medical equipment business, but you at the same time, what you're doing is training as well, and you're now developing training around IT and computers and etc.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an opportunity to plug that.
Yeah, recently, like I said before, during building my website and social media and pages for my company, I learned a lot about the digital marketing. So marketing is not the same as before. Like you need yes, you still need to put ads in newspaper or television or big hoardings, but the amount of interaction you get online for your business marketing is just phenomenal. Most people are, if you want to, and it's free. So if you want to market to the whole UK, just one social media platform is good enough for you, and it's free. So that's how I learned which post, how to post, which post will check the report of that post, make it better, see how many more interactions I can get. So that's how slowly I develop. And now I just wanted to basically train the other peoples. Initially starting from Wolverhampton, but definitely it will be online. But now it will be face to face. So we will get hands-on training to the people who are wanted to work or out of work or in job. In their own time, they can do so many things using a digital media platforms.
Okay. So tell us about your training. Where is it going to be held? What is it going to involve?
So, it will be held in my office in Science Park, which is by the KFC. And you can go on my website, biomed96.co.uk.
Do you want to repeat that again if some people...
So it's biomed, BIOMED, number 96.co.uk. They can find the address and more informations over there. So initially, I'm starting a course on 12th till 13th April. It will be a 10 hours course. It's called Fundamentals of Digital Marketing. So it will be all hands-on training. So we will not just do the PowerPoint presentation. We will just do the practical session. And by the end of the course, they should be able to do some posting and start earning after finishing that course, because my focus is more on giving them the access of affiliate marketing, where you can just search for the product which is high selling on Amazon or eBay or any social media platform, and then just market it through their link. So, for example, if you buy a mobile from my company, and she is the affiliate marketer, and she's advertising that mobile on her social media platform, blogs, over word of mouth or WhatsApp. So if you buy a mobile through her link, so I will fulfill the requirement, delivery, shipping and everything, but I will give her a commission.
Okay, excellent. So we'll learn more about this. We're coming up to a break, listeners. So you're listening to Radio Ramadan Wolverhampton, 78.8 FM in the Wolverhampton region and all over the planet if you are listening to us online. We've got a short ad break now. We'll come back after that and talk more about careers. Salaam alaikum.
Are you replacing windows in your home? Here at AK Windows, with over 30 years experience manufacturing and installation, we can provide you with premium and affordable UPVC, aluminium windows and doors, roof lanterns, composite and bifolding doors. We offer a free quotation on all work with our selected range of windows in grey, white and much more. We can also repair window and door locks with glass repairs too. We also supply to the trade. Call today for a free quote on 01902 421 500. AK Windows.
Are you looking for a new challenge? A chance to be your own boss? Becoming a driving instructor is a lot easier than you think. Bespoke training is provided and franchise opportunities with guaranteed results. Or are you looking to get a full driving license? Well, look no further. For a complete package from translated theory classes to driving ability, securing your freedom to the future. Contact us today by calling Ashes Driving School on 07402 362 717. Wolverhampton and surrounding areas. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Learn by taking the right turn.
Mubi Bass Electronics, specialist in car audio and home entertainment. Suppliers of leading brands, Samsung, Sony, and Panasonic. We supply and fit all car audio systems, top brands, Kenwood, Bose, and we're an authorized supplier of Vibe product. Visit our store online at mubibass.co.uk and order today for next day delivery. Mubi Bass Electronics are proud sponsors of Wolverhampton Wanderers FC. Call us today for a free quote on 01902 754 546 and quote Ramadan 20 for 10% off. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Mubi Bass Electronics, specialist in car audio and home entertainment.
Little Dessert Shop, UK's leading dessert franchise, continues to deliver happiness in Wolverhampton. Order from Just Eat, Uber Eats and Deliveroo. Visit us at littledessertshop.co.uk and contact your nearest branch. From all at Little Dessert Shop, we wish you a blessed Ramadan and a happy Eid.
Ready for a new career? Ready to be an engineer? Get ready, get set, get training. Become a qualified domestic gas or electrical engineer with the potential to earn up to 45k by enrolling onto one of our bespoke, accredited, industry-recognised training courses at our purpose-built training centre in Wolverhampton. For more information, visit our website gettraining.com or contact us on 01902 583 941.
It's mega deal time right now at Salsa Grill. Any size pizza, a buy one, get one free, with free medium fries. Any curries with 4 roti, just $6.99. Any single burger meal, just $3.50. Masala fish with fries or a naan, only $4.50. It's all here and much more at Salsa Grill, 27 Broad Street, Wolverhampton. Order on Wolverhampton 312 314 or online through Just Eat, Uber Eats or by searching Salsa Grill Wolverhampton. Mina Bazaar, one of the UK's biggest collections of Asian bridal wear and fashion. Established for over 25 years, we're now showcasing and taking orders for our brand new catalogue. We have Mina Bazaar's men's bridal wear. We'll be stocking the very best in groom sherwani, fashion kurta and waistcoats. Book an appointment today and get 15% off during Ramadan at Mina Bazaar, 184 Ladypool Road, Birmingham, B12 8JS. death of a loved one is a very emotional and challenging time for the family members of the deceased. Al Mu'min Funeral Services have been supporting families across the UK since 2005. Their professional, experienced and quality service ensures the whole process from release from hospital to burial is taken care of respectfully and efficiently. They also specialise in worldwide repatriations, assisting to take loved ones to Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Iraq or anywhere worldwide. almu'minfunerals.co.uk, your trusted funeral service.
Do you have a family member that's passed away and you would like someone to assist you in legal advice? Kenneth Jones Solicitors has been providing legal services for businesses and individuals since 1986. We specialise in probate, Islamic wills and family law. We also offer services in conveyancing, immigration and personal injury. Contact us today on 01902 745 773 or visit us on our website at kenneth-jones.co.uk.
Betsy's Burgers taste flippin' awesome. Betsy's world-famous burgers are coming soon to Wolverhampton and Wednesfield. Prepare for sizzling hot smash burgers, bubbling mac and cheese, and sensational sides. Betsy's is home to undefeated, crispy on the outside and fluffy on the inside fries. Dunk your Betsy's burger in a lava-hot melted cheese and get a load of our loaded fries and mouth-watering cheese-filled onion rings. The king is dead. Long live the queen. Betsy's Burgers, coming flippin' soon. Eurofit Auto Centres, the West Midlands leading independent auto centre, celebrating 18 years of service. All services, MOT and repairs, with a free collection and drop-off service within Wolverhampton. Book online today at eurofitautocentres.co.uk or call us on 01902 40 40 45 and we'll direct you to your nearest branch. The experts making vehicle repairs simple.
Are you in receipt of benefits and looking for cavity wall or underfloor insulation? Did you know, with Northern Gas Heating, you could get a free boiler with the insulation measure of your choice? Call 0800 083 1000 or go to northerngasheating.com to see if you're eligible. It's a quick and easy assessment. Northern Gas Heating, celebrating over 20 years in the industry. We're proud to be the UK's local central heating company.
Feeling peckish?
On the FM, on the Facebook as well. So just slightly louder so we can hear you there.
Alaikum assalam.
Wa alaikum assalam. And we've got Brother Yasir Bernie.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam. Back after the break. So before the break, we were looking at some basic concepts around careers, and we were thinking about how we can motivate our listeners to either think about entrepreneurships or digital media or those types of aspects of our possible careers, or alternatively architecture. Before we move on to some of those aspects of media and the course you're running at the University of Wolverhampton, etc., I just want to explore one or two things with Sister Gulhan around concepts of women in architecture or women in careers in general. So me being a bit of a Luddite, I was of the opinion that in order to get into the world of architecture, it's actually imperative you must have A-level maths and A-level physics, and you must be really, really hot on being able to do all fancy equations and calculus and all of that stuff. But apparently that's not the case. I'll let you elaborate.
So basically, originally what I started off in college is did my sciences, and I wanted to get into medicine. But then I think I was sitting in my biology lesson and I was like, this is not for me. I actually want to become an architect. And my biology teacher was like, you can't. I was like, why can't I? She's like, you need A-level maths. And I am good at maths, but when it comes to exams, I'm awful. So I was like, oh no, I just need to, I'm not going to listen to her. I can't do it, I will do it, I'll prove you wrong. And then after that, I dropped out and then did art and A-levels and applied to university. And I think it just depends on the university. Some universities do accept it.
So which A-levels did you do? Oh, you did art and
design.
Art and design.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just fully did that, and then actually on that.
So was that a BTEC? Was it, or was it A-level?
It was. I think it was a bit. I can't remember. Was it BTEC or A-level? I actually can't. I'm talking like 8 years ago.
Okay.
But I did that for 2 years.
So any type of digital design courses, any type of art courses.
So when you do the art course, you've got a
etc..
digital, you got the photography, you got the textile, and you got the art where you draw. So you've got a variety of 4 all in one. So art and design to some people is just like, oh, I'm just going to sit in the room. There's actually different. So you'll be able, digital one, you're able to use Photoshop and other software that you want to do. So there's a variety of everything. How to take photos, how to wash black and white photos, use the black room. So there was variety of experience. But then I was like, how do I get this into architecture? But it was all about, I think what people don't understand is that you need to have an idea of what you want to become and know how it works, but really it's not like that. That's why 3 years of university, the first year it doesn't count towards your grades. You need to pass it, but it's all about you learning.
Okay, so just going back then, so you did your art and design course, and then which university did you get into?
So I applied to all of them. I only didn't get into Bath.
Okay.
And then I decided, you know what, Wolverhampton is closer to me. It's just much easier for me. So I went to Wolverhampton.
Okay, good.
And honestly, it was in Wolverhampton, we were the first cohort in architecture.
Wow.
So it was the first time that the university has started the architecture course, and it wasn't accredited. And I wasn't aware of that. I never knew that until the second year. They were like, well, if you finish it, you're not a qualified part 1. And I was like, oh gosh, what have I got myself into? But then, like I said, it's all about experience. There was a girl who joined us she had a really good portfolio of drawings and she got accepted into the university. But I think it just depends how strict the university is.
Okay.
And it's all about experience. If you've got the good experience and you are passionate about what you do, it actually changes on your interview day, it changes their mind. You know what, we'll put you through.
Okay, good. And I mean, obviously it's very competitive. Obviously you've got a lot of people who are interested in careers like architecture and design, etc., because it is lucrative. There is a decent salary and a decent income to be made from it. But I suppose it's if you've got that passion, if you've got that interest in thinking about how I can create buildings for the future. One of the things I do want to explore with all of us actually and our listeners is the concept of ibadah. What we do in our lives should be an act of worship. And if you are doing it for the sake of cash, well, that's fine, I suppose. You need to do it for the sake of cash. But at the same time, if you're saying, I want to do something, I want to produce buildings that people will live in and be happy with their lives about, or I want to produce schools, I want to design schools, I want to design mosques, I want to design commercial buildings which people will go and shop in. And I do it so that the people of this dunya are able to do so, have those facilities, have those amenities, those buildings to serve them. That is an act of ibadah then. That is an act of for which we are rewarded. And if you have those passions, whether it be for architecture or whether it be for anything else for that matter, if you have that passion and that intention, then Allah Ta'ala gives you the support. Allah Ta'ala gives you the madad. And clearly from what I can see from what you're saying is you had a bit of an uphill battle. And being a woman, no doubt that itself was an uphill battle. Do you want to explore some of those issues with us?
So when I started at high school, because obviously you had to do 2-year A-levels, and that always, my mum was like, just do it at your school. You know everyone. I didn't get accepted in it without even applying. I didn't even apply. It was just on the go, the question asking. I was like, nope, you can't make it. And then I went to college, faced some issue of, no, you're not able to make it. And I think sometimes it's like, because you're Asian as well, so that's what affects it. It's not majority of the woman thing. But when you go into the field where you work with Asian, it's more of, why is a woman here? Because that's the issue, and you need to just, you know what, you need to just face them with your knowledge. And when you do that, it keeps them quiet, like, oh, she knows what she's talking about, and she actually does. So then they show respect. But with that, I haven't faced any issues so far. But with an education sector, I have. Okay. But it shaped me. It helped me like go through the bad experience. You know what? I've been through worse. So what now is happening is nothing. So it's just actually just shaping you. Like, I am able to do it. I'm not going to listen to anyone. And I think that's the mentality you need.
So I've got a question. Yeah. So if any of our community ladies or other ladies wants to adopt your profession as an architect, do they need some sort of a digital or IT skills or not?
When I joined architecture, I knew how to use Photoshop. Apart from that, I know how to use a computer. And apart from that, nothing else. When we joined in, there was this guy. He was in his 40s. He was in our class. And he was making this amazing model on SketchUp. And I was just like, oh, I wish I could do that. And I'm there just drawing. And I was like, you know what? I need to go on. And I asked him, I was like, how do you do it? He was like, oh, it's quite easy, SketchUp. Just go on YouTube. You'll learn it. You do this and this and that. And then I actually picked up SketchUp in 3 days. In 3 days, we picked it up, me and my friend, and then we just started off with SketchUp. University wasn't so generous in software help or lectures, so we just had to pick it up ourselves. And then they taught us Revit, but Revit was more like, when you're in the architecture field, is like, in the study education field, your project always changes, and Revit is something where you build, it's buildable, it has to be properly done, the wall, the roof. But when SketchUp, you can go crazy, do funny, like weird shapes. So that's why we just took to SketchUp, and then we found out, oh, you can use V8 to render. So it's just picking up yourself, knowing what you want to do, and then AutoCAD. We had some lessons in AutoCAD, but apart from that, I think it depends how interested you are. If you have an interest, you would want to learn. If you don't, because when I started with architecture course, there were quite a lot of people started off, and then only 8 graduated.
And how many ladies?
And there were 3 Muslim ladies.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Excellent. So I suppose what you're saying is there's a wealth of resources which are available out there in the world of the internet, whether you go to Udemy or similar type of online facilities. If you have the passion, you can pick up those skills quite easily. It's not just all about the academic A-levels. I mean, get the academic A-levels and work on what you want to work on. Whether you want to do history, geography and French, that's fine. But then if you can take those history, geography and French to a university and say, look, I also have these skills in IT, in these skills in these particular programs, and I've actually played with them. And I'm sure you can get free trial versions and of these things where you can learn with them. That is sufficient, you're saying.
Honestly, it's just about how passionate you are and how much you want to learn, and how it's always a battle with yourself. Like some people take it, oh, this person's done well, I'm going to do well on that. It shouldn't be like that. It's you have to fight yourself. Okay, this was my goal. Next time I'm going to get better and better and better. And this is what it is. I think it's just you have to do your own searching yourself and learning.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
So do you get any free platforms or free softwares where someone wants
Well,
to start?
as a student, we didn't. So we used this, is it the pirate thing we don't.
Maybe that's not something you want to be declaring on air, but I'm sure there are lots of free available software and things that you can use.
When I actually studied at Nottingham for my masters, they actually offered all the software as a student,
Wow.
so you could get access to all the software. But with the University of Wolverhampton, they didn't.
And now, of course, you're working in industry, aren't you? You're actually working as an architect, and training up to get your RIBA accreditation, as it were. Excellent. Good. Right. Okay.
I've got one more question.
One more. Go on then. then we'll come to you.
Because it's something which I'm doing in my business as well, but I'm outsourcing it. So that's what I'm going to ask. Recently, you must have seen people doing the 3D virtual tours of the...
Yep, I've done them
Before
as well.
So there you go. See, because that's again one of the products we want to market through our business. 3D virtual
We do
tours.
virtual, but we mainly what we do is we design the building and we do a render, but a walkthrough, because some clients don't understand much of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
Yeah.
a floor plan.
Yeah.
And then with some clients, when you really want to get the job, is you actually go an extra step and do the 3D
3D virtual. Yeah.
and then do a render through. And it's like, oh, actually, and they understand it. Like, you just need to work to the standard that they understand. Like with us, you can give me a floor plan, I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
But then with you not being an architect, you're like, okay, it's just a floor
It's
plan.
just
Okay,
Some lines,
Yeah.
squares, triangles, something
Oh,
like that.
yeah, it's just that there's different ways of approaching it and showcasing the work.
I hear there's a company or a media videography company who have created a 3D tour of Masjid al-Madina,
Nabi,
Masjid
yes.
Nabi.
Yeah.
And so whereas previously you had to go there and see it all, now before you go there, inshallah, you should still go there. But before you go there, you can actually have a tour and walk around with your virtual reality
Yeah.
headset on, and see the whole mosque and see all the different parts of the masjid and outside as well. So
It's good for the housing providers or housing companies selling these houses. They can do the virtual tours. With it.
There's actually a company where they've got a warehouse where they've got the floor plan in real size for clients to come and walk through. And then you've got a 3D where you walk through it and you can change whatever you want. It just makes it easier for people to understand.
And I suppose technology nowadays has made all of these things quite easy to do. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you have to be very skilled and able, and as you are, in order to do these things. But that said, like you say, you can spend a few days on a program and learn how to manipulate it and learn how to get this very similar or good results as professionals, even though you're just a student.
Yeah. It's been 8 years now since I've been in the architectural field, from education till now. And till today, I still find new things to do on the software that I'm using. So every day you're always learning, okay, I'm doing this is taking me this long, let me just YouTube it. What's the quickest way of doing it?
Excellent. Good. Right. So, brothers and sisters out there, really what the key focus of that is that don't give up. It's all about making sure that you can be inspired and motivated, and you will have stumbles, you will have barriers. But if you are passionate, irrespective of what you think your skills may be, you just keep working towards it. And inshallah, with if your intentions are honourable and if you're doing it for the sake of doing some good for your world, then you will be successful, inshallah. And with that, you will find many rewards. I want to turn to yourself now, Brother Yasir, because again, an opportunity for you to now not only talk about your media courses that you're developing, but also this whole thing around what you alluded to before the break with sales online, for example, getting products from one company and creating your own little website, I suppose, for it. It's not quite a website, is it?
Yeah.
But tell us more. You know more about it. Tell us more about it.
Well, before this digital marketing thing, people used to market through conventional marketing like newspaper, ads, telly and everything. So become an entrepreneur using the digital skills. You don't require any prior qualification. You don't need to leave your house. All you need is a up-to-date computer or a laptop, and you need a good internet. That's it. So all you need is, you don't need to invest anything. You don't need to make a big company or register a company. Okay, initially you need a £0 investment to start this digital marketing business. What we are doing and we are training is the web development, app development, SEO, affiliate marketing, email marketing. So that's what we're trying to teach the learners. That's also the services we are providing to other customers as well. So if someone, for example, comes to that basic course, which I'm starting on 12th of April, Fundamentals of Digital Marketing, and it will finish the next day. So by that day, our aim will be, or our target is, so they should be able to design a web page according to the Google ranking. So they know what Google ranking is, how the page will move up on the Google search, what are the key elements to look for, what are the key searches. And that's one of the outcome we are targeting. The next one is affiliate marketing, which I want to talk about more. So it's basically a business. Okay, you go to Amazon and you sign up for the Amazon affiliate program and you become an Amazon affiliate. And then Amazon will provide you support and services. So you go to that services and search which individual product is selling the most on Amazon in particular day or particular week or particular month. And then you choose that product, and then you could look at the commission the seller is offering. So usually what I do, I tends to follow the trend. Okay, so which is selling fast, doesn't matter if the commission is low, I always follow the trend. So if, for example, if a diet supplement okay, is selling fast in next April. So I will choose that, and I will choose that product. And soon as I choose that product, Amazon will give me my own personalized link, which I can post it on WhatsApp. I can post it on any social media platform. So when the user will click on that post, it will take them to the Amazon actual website. So if they like it, they can read it and they buy it. Amazon will fulfill the order. The order will be delivered to the customer, and as soon as the customer paid the supplier, we'll get our commission, which was pre-agreed. So it's basically you're acting as a sales agent without investing anything. So you don't need a storage space. You don't need any certification. You don't need any qualification. And I'm sure even the kids are old people as well. They got their smartphone. Everyone's got a smartphone. So even with the comfort on sitting a chair or in a park or somewhere, they can just do that and start earning money. This affiliate marketing can make you money while you are sleeping. This is the only business, okay? So even if you are sleeping, in the middle of the night, you might be making £100 in an hour. So that's the advantage. That's what we're trying to show people. Okay, you can go, you can do your job. Because of the current circumstances, the financial difficulties, why not do something else for you, okay? Which does not require any investment. All is required is your time and your commitment.
Excellent. So, and what type of commissions are you looking at? Is it 10%, 5%, 3%?
No. Some products are like 300%. It's not 1, 2.
300%. How does that work?
300%, yes.
No, but that's 3 times the value of the product.
Exactly.
But
That's
that doesn't make. Sorry,
Yeah,
the
how
maths
does
doesn't
that
work.
work?
yeah. So it depends upon who is the supplier.
No, but if I buy a bottle of shampoo and
Yeah.
it costs £2,
So you will pay £2.
the customer will pay £2.
Yeah, the customer will
Yeah.
be £2, but I will get 3 times the commission.
£6.
£6.
Well, where does that £6 come from?
So it come from the supplier because of the they're producing a large amount. So even if they're giving me £6, they're still making a double profit on that. That's
Sorry,
how
I'm lost now because
Because
when I
you're-
went to school, £2 was less than 6.
Yeah, it is still less than 6.
Is it?
It's
So
less than-
if the customer's paying 2, how does the company give 6
It's
and still
the
make a profit?
it's the amount of production they make. Okay, the more they make, it costs them lesser. Okay, so it's the same material. The number of larger the quantity, it costs them less.
Okay.
Okay, and they give you more because. So what I do is I choose always the 300% commission products. Okay, which are called the premium products. So if I sell one, that premium product, I will make 300% profit instead of selling something which is like 10 or 20% profit. The reason the supplier give it to you is because everyone wants to sell it. Okay, everyone around the world will choose that 300% profit. So for example, if I'm the seller, okay, my target market is UK, okay, but if I get someone in Canada, Australia, Norway, Finland, okay, and they're getting me customers, so my product, I'm still making the product because the product I'm advertising on Amazon or eBay, that is included all my landing costs plus my profit.
So I suppose the company are marketing it through you, and so they'll give you
And
more money.
sale as a
and
commission,
they're
yeah.
opening new markets and
Yeah.
through you, and so they'll give you more commission. That's
Everyone in
interesting.
the world can become the sales agent of that product.
Right, excellent. But I would suspect, generally speaking, margins, the payable fees or percentages are less than 300%. They're probably more 20%, 15%.
No, there is still more than 100%.
Really?
Average
Wow.
is more than 100%. Yeah.
So how much time do you spend on searching and finding the right product?
So if you got from a week, you take 4 hours of a week. That's it. And you can make the post and you can set the timer so this post will go live on Friday morning. Again, if you are with Amazon or any other, they tell you which days and which hour there will be more traffic on that website using the data. So you plan your post and everything whenever you have time, and they just set the timer to this post will go live at that particular time. So it's 4 hours in a week. You can make 100, 300 pound in a week easily.
That's excellent. Right. Well, you've certainly got one student. I'll be turning up to your training course.
I will too.
Well, yes, two students you've got already. Tell us where it's going to be. We've literally got 30 seconds left.
So it's in Science Park, University of Wollongong Science Park, on Glacier Drive.
13th of April.
13th of April in Technology Center, room 103.
30, and what time in the morning?
It will be from 10 o'clock till 3 o'clock.
So if you turn up
12th and 13th April.
turn up to Glacier Drive, University of Wolverhampton Science Park at 10 o'clock in the morning, and Brother Yasser will be out there.
Yeah. You
looking
need
for
to apply on our website prior for the admission.
Right, okay, we've run out of time for this show. It's been fascinating from my point of view. Thank you very much, Sister Gulhan, and thank you very much, Brother Yasser. You're listening to Radio Ramadan Wolverhampton. My name is Yusuf Shafi, and we will be signing out now. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.